Hello children, I hope you have gone through the first part of this chapter, that is natural resources. Yes, because of the lockdown you all are sitting at home, you are not able to come to school. So try to learn through the videos which is sent by your respective teachers. Okay children? Yes, so natural resources. Let us have a brief recap of what we have studied earlier. So we have studied that the resources are of two kinds, natural and man-made. So today in this class or previously we have discussed about the natural resources, that is our topic about. So natural resources, they are again categorized based upon their origin, that is living organisms and non-living organisms, or you call it as what? Biotic components and abiotic components. So again, living organisms, they are of what? Two kinds. Or living resources, living natural resources, they are of two kinds, that is forest and wildlife. Yes. So natural resources, they are categorized as what? Living and non-living resources, in which living resources, they are categorized as forest and wildlife, whereas non-living resources, they are categorized as renewable and non-renewable, in which renewable is again categorized as exhaustible and inexhaustible. So under exhaustible resources, what are the factors? That is wildlife, forest, those comes under exhaustible resources. And inexhaustible resources, they are nothing but what? The solar energy, wind energy, light energy, yes, that is air, water, or you can take sunlight. Okay, so those all comes under inexhaustible resources. So non-renewable, under non-renewable, that is which cannot be replenished again and again, and this comes what? Fossil fuels and other minerals. So children, this is the categorized factors which are very important for the survival of human living organisms. Okay, so because of which our earth has taken a unique position other than the planets which do not have such kind of unique position. So why our earth has unique position? Because of these resources. Because of these resources, survival of organisms, survival of animals, including human beings, is possible on the earth. So today in this class, we are going to learn about what are the three important resources because of which the life is possible on the earth, because of which the human beings are surviving on the earth. So there are the aspects which are very important to be discussed. So these three kinds of resources are nothing but what? Water, soil or land, and air. Yes, so these three factors are responsible for the, or which are responsible for the life to be possible on the earth. Okay, so these three aspects, that is air, water and land. So we are going to study one by one in detail. One more factor, can you tell me? Yes, there is one more factor which is very important, which is the important factor, which is the essential factor. Yes, that is nothing but what? Sunlight. That is solar energy or light energy. Directly or indirectly, animals, including human beings, they are dependent on the light, because the plants prepare their food with the help of what? Sunlight. So sunlight is one kind of important factor because of which the life is possible on the earth. So let us discuss one by one in detail. Okay children? Yes, so let us talk the very first important resource, that is water. These natural resources, they have a significant influence on human life. Yes, so water has a very significant influence on the human life because it is an irreplaceable resource. You cannot replace water with anything. if you feel thirsty and if you try drinking something other than water, which is a liquid, but it does not satisfy your thirst. If you try drinking buttermilk, or if you try drinking something else other than liquid, other than water, any liquid, it will not satisfy your thirst. You need water to satisfy your thirst, isn't it? So water is an irreplaceable resource. So we are going to discuss the points regarding the resource water. So how water is important and how much percentage of water is available on the earth, how much the water which is present on the earth is used by the human beings, how the water is misused. So those are the aspects we are going to talk about. Okay, so yes, first one, that is unique resource. Water is called as what? A very unique resource. Even though it is available everywhere, it has to be used in proper manner. There is an unequal distribution of water which leads so many problems which is faced by every human being. It is also faced by the other organisms. So second point is what? Water is essential for the survival of human being. It is essential for the existence of life. Yes, the third aspect is what? The critical limiting factor. Yes, so water is a critical limiting factor for many aspects. For example, environmental stability means if the environment has to be remain in equilibrium state, then there should be equal distribution of water everywhere. You have seen that forest is built because of what? The water, the rainfall or the water, availability of water. So plants need water to grow properly, to be nutritious, isn't it? So the water is an essential factor, but it is considered as a limiting factor, isn't it? Yes.